Childfree women. Do you run into this nonsense too? Barf. They genuinely believe their opinion of our life choices matters more than our own. It's nice when the trash takes itself out though. Better to find out now than waste any more time. For real. It's unfathomably presumptuous. Could be a breeding kink in, not very good, disguise. How delightful. Maybe reply and ask him if he has seen therapist for his breeding fetish, lol. I was at a wedding and got chatting to a guy outside. He asked me if I was married and what I do for work. Just small talk. He was offended that I've been married for years and don't have children yet and don't plan on having them. He said I'm wasting my life. I'm selfish. It's my main purpose. My job etc etc. He found me later and handed me one of his newborn twins. This P went up to his hotel room, woke one of his sleeping babies that his poor wife had just put down while he was enjoying the party downstairs of course, and handed me his baby to try and get me to see the light. His wife was mortified. I was mortified. My husband found it quite funny. That's the worst I've experienced, but yeah, it swelled out there. Should have said oh no thank you. I've already eaten. Some men truly believe that their opinion is so superior that with enough convincing, any reasonable person will come around to their way eventually. It's pathetic, but also scary because sometimes it works with the right person. All women want it. Sooner or later. Hormones you know. Biological clock. Blah blah blah. Do you want to end as a lonely spinster? Haha. Don't threaten me with a good time. Yup. Let's see. This shrub is looking a little lonely there. Why don't we put a happy little unwanted fetus there? That's how dumb that sounds. La 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 la. How dare they take Bob Ross's name in vain that way? This comment wins. Mr. Ross would never say or think such things. #FREELOVE #MAKELOVENOTWAR #HIPPY. Does he have no concept of all the precautions we put into preventing having a happy accident? Thanks for ruining Bob Ross for me, random creepy guy from Hinge. It took me a moment to even figure out what he meant, since an accidental unwanted pregnancy is not a happy thing for most women. Exactly. Even after reading your post, it still took me a minute myself to understand what he was saying. I literally started racking my brain trying to figure out if Bob Ross had kids or not, because it did not click for me whatsoever at first. I immediately took it to mean accidentally squirting the paint where it didn't belong. Second thought was dude gets off on telling that to women. They think they are special enough to make you change your mind. He be poking holes in the condoms. Run. But actually though, that actually happened to me. Fortunately I had a spontaneous abortion before I realized it. Then I caught him red-handed. So gross. That relationship was fortunately short-lived. Low point in my life. Wow. Sorry you had to deal with all that. If you don't want kids, it's not a happy accident. WTF. And if you got with this guy it likely wouldn't be an accident. That was my thought. He sounds like he would stealth her because he has a breeding fetish. Someone get this guy into a Megaverse fanfic so he can leave real humans out of his fantasies. That's what the rest of us do. I'm clear in my profile that I don't want kids. Some guy who didn't mention anything about it matched with me anyway and then sent me a DM that he isn't willing to give up on his dream yet to have kids. Like, okay dude, thanks for letting me know. Do you think I care? Do you think this is gonna make me change my mind? Lol. Instant unmatch. Hinge Hinge lol. Because you can talk to the people you're not interested in and just send whatever's on your mind. Yeah, I've heard that. This was on Tinder actually. Haha. Dude saw in my profile I didn't want kids. He liked me anyway. Then initiated a conversation with me starting with this comment. Lol. Yes. I have been suggested on multiple occasions that maybe a happy accident will happen. Sometimes, when I'm feeling froggy, I'll inform them that I've already aborted one happy accident. I know this is in the context of dating, but I'm child free and I've had random people tell me I will change my mind. I don't know why they think their opinions are worth a rat's ass. That's ridiculous. They are frightened of feeling they have nothing to offer women. If you earn your own money, maintain your own home, take yourself on vacations, and don't want children, the only things you want from men are things these men cannot guarantee they can give you: pleasant companionship, good sex, and reliability. They are hung up on the traditional model of relationships because it allows them to trap a woman into spending time with them and keeping house for them, whether the woman enjoys doing so or not. In a relationship model where neither person is financially dependent on the other, nor do they have children tying them together, they fear no woman would choose them. That's scary. So they resent you for this and try to reassure themselves that you will not succeed in your ideals by saying you will get pregnant. It's just them trying to soothe their own fear, has nothing to do with you. It's crazy because the other day I was saying that women are already on the point of not needing a man, and I still get attacked on that in person and in the internet. I even had a coworker who was saying couples who prefer to not have child are sad individuals. View 200D. I just can't wrap my head around these kinds of people who force their opinions on other people. I'm in my mid-40s and no one really pulls that S with me anymore. If they do, I just ask if they are planning on birthing the baby, because that time has passed for me. They don't need to know if that's true or not. All the time. This happens to me all the damn time. Not only in dating, but everywhere. Makes me really hate men. Just ignore. Also, his line sounds weirdly practiced, or like he found it online. I'm child-free by choice and thankfully haven't had much pushback from men on apps or in dating. I have had some guys and family push for, I can see you being a great mom. And I try to take it as a compliment, like, better than people nervously laughing at the thought, envisioning me as mommy dearest. Don't waste brain space on tools. Plenty of child-free men out there, and it's our right to do whatever we want with our bodies. Yeehaw. Great. Send the baby to him to care for and raise for 18 years. Forced maternity equals forced paternity. Also make him endure the pregnancy and give birth to it too. WTF is up with total strangers wanting us to change our mind and maybe bear their children without even a hello first. This is not the first time it's happened. And why would a guy waste his weekly rose on me with such a big difference of opinion in this? To hook up / casually date. Not to change your mind. Same reason why men on the polar end of the political spectrum still try. Same reason any other major incompatibility is overlooked by guys to try to hook up. I can't believe the number of women who get flabbergasted by why incompatible men try to hit them up. Lol. Do women think all these men are on the apps are only looking at women they are going to try to have serious relationships with? They are willing to hook up with incompatible women. Or women they would never be seriously interested in, as long as the women are cable to them. I remember when I used to do online dating, men who were messaging me took the time to write it out explicitly in their profiles what their racial preferences were, which I did not fit at all. Why were they messaging me? Because many men have the mentality of I def vc care. Why not try until someone better comes along? Okay, that makes sense. It just seems like what's happening is that women are finally getting the equality they strove so hard for. The ability to be independent. To choose a partner. Choose to live alone. Choose to have children or not. Choose to do whatever the F we want with our lives. And men are realizing they don't like it. It doesn't match with the misogyny they were raised on or in the current resurgence in politics. It doesn't make sense to them. Because it makes them less powerful. Maybe because it makes them have to actually be a normal human being with respect and empathy for everyone, including women. And they don't like it, because that is a threat to their own power and superiority. So what do? They literally gaslight you, force their own opinions and values on you, criticize yours and manipulate in countless ways until you decide they are right, until you become brainwashed back into the disgusting world of misogyny. Then they can go about their day and literally do whatever the F they want, while the women cleans up their mess and makes them feel like they are God's gift to humanity. Well, guess what? Women don't want to be brainwashed anymore. And guess what? We don't need you. You're not God's gift to humanity. Actually, we are. You wouldn't be alive without us. You should be praising the ground we walk on. IDK about you. But I'm ready to go back to the original Barbie world and get to do whatever the F I want because it's our time. But you know what? I still will do whatever I want, but with common decency, empathy and respect. And that's the difference. Which is why women really should be ruling the world, not men. Okay, my rant is over lol. I have had 3 losses and no kids. I hate it so much. I have started to tell the people that will not shut up that I have 3 kids who all are dead. I don't like to, but it makes them think. Edit spelling. Being super honest about this is hopefully helping improve society by getting these jerks to shut up about things that aren't their business. So thank you, and sorry about your losses. Happy accident my ass. If an accident were to happen to me, I'd be anything but happy about it and nuke it for more bit. But also sue my surgeon too. Power. Some men get a thrill out of the thought of forcing themselves on women. He has the mind of a rapist. We are human beings, not Build-A-Bears. Can we get this printed on t-shirts? I'm lucky enough to have a child-free partner who wants the same things as me, but I still often get these comments. I've never wanted children and expressed so from a very young age, but I still have family that believe I will change my mind or regret it. I'm in my mid-30s, and I believe they will continue to doubt me into my 60s. Strangers and colleagues can be just as bad or worse. It was actually a highly autistic colleague that pointed out one day to everyone how personal a choice this is, and how rude my other colleagues were being by asking such questions and teasing me about it. That shut them up haha. Usually he was very quiet and non-confrontational, but he was disgusted and shocked with them. When you think about it, it is crazy how comfortable people are commenting on such a personal matter. Barf. Is there a weekly award you can give for Idiot of the Week? Please tell me that you replied with turpentine will fix even the happiest of accidents. It's the cure-all. Paintings. Brushes. Painters. It cleans and removes everything. Then pivot to how you learned it's easier to bury a body vertically to avoid it being found. I needed a laugh. Thank you. It doesn't matter why he wasted his weekly rose. You are clear about what you want and have no need to waste your energy on him. Delete his message and move on. A shut up switch must flip somewhere in people's heads at age 40, because that's when this crap started stopping for me, and OMG, it is such a relief. But yes, it was omnipresent until then and perpetually annoying. Not anymore at 43 now though. Honestly so refreshing. One of the best comments on Reddit I ever saw said dating apps are not an Uber Eats for your dating preferences, and I swear there's a lot of men who believe that. Society itself is unbelievably pro-natal, the living, breathing, beating heart of it being the creation of children. That is the source of many problems for women, because a woman's childbearing years are seen as the single most important aspect of being a woman, and must be protected and guarded fiercely, even from her. How dare she make a decision to render herself infertile? Women who can't bear offspring for whatever reason are seen as having no purpose at all. This is all short-sighted of course, but this mantra is drummed into all of us when young, down to encouraging our young girls to embrace playing house and mommy with dolls made to look like human babies, and playing wedding, imagining herself as a bride. A woman who doesn't conform to these societal rules is ostracized to attempt to bring her back in line. This could be the reason why breaking the mold is seeming so difficult these days, because it competes with society. As a society, the pro-natal view needs to change so that people, both women and men, and all persons in between, can relate to each other better, no matter the life path they choose to follow, instead of having total strangers telling us what to do with our bodies. It doesn't happen to me in the context of dating, because I refuse to engage with anyone who isn't also super decidedly child-free eater, which basically means I don't date cause 99% of dudes in the Midwest want kids.